Lots of life insurance plans exist, but only final expense insurance is specifically designed to cover end-of-life expenses, such as funeral costs, medical bills, and other debts left behind. Commonly known as burial insurance or funeral insurance, final expense life insurance is popular because of its affordable price, smaller coverage amounts, and easy qualification. When someone buys a final expense plan, they're giving their loved ones a way to pay for the many bills they'll leave behind.
When they buy a final expense or life insurance policy, the clients we have, normally that's the only resources they have to bury their loved one. The reality of it is, especially in the middle income to lower income markets, the cost of dying is ridiculous. I mean, the cost of long-term health care, the cost of prescription drugs, the cost of hospital stays. Normally, most people go through all their resources going through the dying process. So all they have left is that small life insurance policy to pay for all those funeral bills.
Families are often unaware of how expensive a funeral can be. The National Funeral Directors Association estimates the average funeral can cost $9,000 or more. With no way to pay for these expenses out of pocket, loved ones are often left with a financial burden during a time of intense grief.
I don't care if you have a $100,000 group life insurance policy or you have a $100,000 individual policy. Those large policies aren't going to be available to pay out at the time of their death instantly. They aren't built for that. They may be paid out months later. People need to have cash available at the time of the death to pay for all these expenses. And I never fault the funeral director wanting their money up front. They have no recourse to get it in the future. So I don't have any problem with that, but the consumer has to realize they have to have $10,000 set aside to pay for all those expenses. And I don't care what socioeconomic level you're on, many times coming up with that kind of cash instantly is not necessarily that easy.
Final expense insurance can help ease the financial burden many families experience when paying for their loved one's funeral costs. In addition to providing a cash benefit, some final expense plans, like Funeral Advantage, allow a person's final wishes to be planned in advance, removing stress and confusion for those in charge of making arrangements.
It allows you to pretty much pre-plan everything out while you're alive, letting you to be in control. And when that time comes, you don't have to worry about your family fighting over mama wanted this, mama wanted that, and splitting up your family because of a decision that you made ahead of time, and allowing it to be taken care of so they're not passing a hat. I mean, it's a product that everybody needs, whether you're rich or poor. I mean, think about a two-income retired person who has plenty of money. I mean, you think about that type of person, when somebody dies, when one of them dies, the husband or the wife passes away, there's one income that is going to be gone. You still have the same bills, but you've got one income now. And they have a choice. They can either use the nest egg that they have saved to pay for their funeral, or they could use this final expense plan that Lincoln Heritage has to offer with the Funeral Advantage. Let that take care of it and use that nest egg to get used to their new income that they're going to be losing. It's important that everybody needs.
Families are relieved when they find out that their mom, their dad, their loved one took the time and the finances and the effort to plan and fund their funeral arrangements. It is a very difficult time in someone's life, and to know that they can worry about the grieving process and not so much the planning and the business side of dying is a great relief.